and AMI digital exclusive.
Postcards from Vancouver Island. I'm your host, Bethany, and I'm on the western edge of Vancouver Island with marine biologist Emily Beeson, who introduces me to one of the Ucluelet Aquarium's touch tanks. So this is a touch tank. How many of those do you have in the aquarium?
So it depends on the year and what animals we end up finding and deciding to keep in here, but anywhere from about 8 to 13 is our general touch tanks.
That's actually quite a lot.
Yeah. We like touch tanks because it's a really great way for people to connect with the animals. When you're looking at something, that's pretty amazing, but when you can actually touch and feel it, it really connects people in a way that just looking doesn't do on its own.
Definitely. Yeah. For me, being visually impaired, I rely a lot on those kind of senses. But I have to be honest, I am absolutely terrified. And smaller creatures are not my thing, but I want to learn about them, and dare I say, I want to touch them.
Well, you're not the only one. It can be really scary to touch something that you've never touched before, especially because when people think about the ocean here, it's kind of dark and murky, a little bit creepy, and some of the animals can be a little bit slimy. Hopefully you'll find one that you're not super scared of.
Do you have anything that doesn't feel like it's alive? Because I think that would actually be my preferred.
Okay, well, you know what? That's actually a really good question. A lot of these animals here, especially for a long time, they were categorized as plants. People didn't even realize they were real animals. It wasn't until the early 1900s or late 1800s that they realized that they weren't just plants. So we've got a pretty big assortment here. We've got sea stars, we've got anemones, sea cucumbers, a bat star, the leather star. So a little bit of everything. That way you can see what kinds of things live in this area. This one, for example, this is an anemone. So this one in particular is a green surf anemone. So it's gonna be a little squishy, but it's not slimy. And there's no mucus or anything like that. So what did it feel like?
It felt like it wanted to eat me.
It kind of, I won't tell you it does, but it kind of does. But you're much bigger than it and much stronger than it.
What else have we got in here?
Yeah, so another one that we have in here, it's called a brittle star. So they're in a slightly different group from sea stars, but I think they're one of the coolest animals in BC. They look like really, really skinny sea stars, and it almost looks like they have little hairs growing out of their arms.
And do they?
It's not real hair, it's just little bristles, and that helps them move along. They can also move their arms very differently than sea stars. So rather than slowly moving along the bottom, they can actually move each arm independently and kind of crawl along. I always think they look a little like tarantulas.
Is he wiggling right now?
Yes, yeah, he's moving quite a bit right now.
Him.
But he's very pokey, so it's not slimy at all.
It's not?
Yeah, and he won't really move under you.
Can you put my hand to it?
Sure, yeah. So that's one of its arms that you're
touching
now.
Oh, wow. That's actually not bad at all.
No, it's not
I
so
think
bad.
you might be my next favourite. Oh, wow. You're all right. What a cutie. Why are they so different?
Well, all sea stars, their gills and their digestive system and their gametes, it extends into each of their arms. So their body is a bit more full, if you will. Whereas brittle stars, all of that is just in the very, very middle. There's a little circle about the size of a quarter, and that's where they have all of their insides. And the arms are just arms. It's just used for moving around.
What does he eat?
They crawl along the bottom and they grab all sorts of things. Tiny little shrimp, they'll eat other little copepods, isopods. Yeah, very, very small crab relatives.
I have to say, he sounds like my kind of guy. I love a bit of crab.
Stream more AMI original content at AMI.ca.